Hey guys, Omni here. We've already had a pretty solid response to the first episode of Arcane, and it's only been on the channel for like 2.5 hours. And after how solid of an episode that first one was, I really want to see how the story unfolds. I really love the art direction on this. I love the way they've paced out the story. I love the seriousness that they've treated it with. I'm really already attached to these two sisters, to Vi and Powder, aka Jinx. And seeing how things kind of get roped into this underlying devious plot that seems to be at hand with, as I found out now, Singed was the scientist. I was like, who the hell was Singed? I didn't even see anybody that remotely looked like Singed to me. But then again, like these characters like itty bitty, and half the time you just see on the panel, it's just so stylized. Like, I don't know. Anyway. I just love keeping an eye out for people, man, because it's this world. Like, I know they're going to be out there, and I'm always, like, wondering who we'll see. I'm curious. I've played the game. I like the character. I like the designs of the characters. I'd like to know when a familiar face pops up. So I saw somebody was like, why are you worried so much about who you're going to see? And I was like, it doesn't expect you to know any of them. I was like, because that's called an Easter egg, and I would like to keep an eye out. I like stuff like that. I don't know. But I really like the story. I just like the innocence in the two sisters and the way that they're trying to just survive in this world where they just don't really have anything. So they have to do what they can to survive. We had that tragic opening of the loss of their mother. And now they're just being raised by Vander down Undercity. I don't know. And we'll see, because whatever they did up top this time around when they blew up that lab definitely caused quite the stir, and it's apparently a lot larger than they had possibly expected, because now they're pretty much being hunted and trying to be sniffed out by the surface dwellers. So we'll see where that all goes. So guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, check it out over on Patreon, or become a member here on the channel. It gives you access to that as well, because I do have to trim these down to 10 minutes for YouTube for the highlights. So if you want to see the full-length, uncut reaction to the whole episode in a watch-along format, it's going to be over there, or if you become a member here. Just one of the ways you can support the channel, help us work towards getting an editor to help out with some of these videos as I'd like to, branch out in more shows that are a little bit out of our normal wheelhouse, kind of like Arcane. This kind of came out of a little bit I'd say this is kind of outside of our norm, but I personally have been a fan of League for a time. So I was already predisposed to want to check this out at least. So that being said, but of course, the Patreon or the memberships is not a way you can support. Another way is simply by liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the videos, because in the end, that really helps them out in the long run with the algorithm and gets them out there to more people, and more views obviously helps the channel. So guys, either way, love you all for tuning in. I love the reaction we saw on the first episode of this. And again, like I said, this show so far kicked off with a bang. So I'm invested at this point already. So, and like I said in the last video, and this tends to happen anytime I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to continue it. And then here I am, just already diving into the next episode of some things, man. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. Here we go. This episode is called Some Mysteries Are Better Left Unsolved.
Hello? Is someone in there?
So this is who was on the other side of the door. Not good timing to be trying to kick a door down. Jace. Nice. Looks like she's already frostbitten. Is that... Holy hell. Dude, that's gorgeous. Well, that's one way to get him out of there. Holy shit. Is that Rise? So maybe in this episode we're getting a bit of a change of perspective.
Relax, kid. We know it was a break-in, but that doesn't explain this. There's a lot of restricted items here.
What happened here? Science, I guess.
Last time I checked, science didn't require illegal equipment.
Who are you anyway?
I'm assistant to the dean of the academy. He sent me here to ensure that anything dangerous is removed safely, which includes you.
What? How am I dangerous?
No, that's for the council to decide.
Damn. Is it Heimer?
Be honest now. What manner of inquiry was this?
Professor Heimerdinger, I believe I've discovered something truly incredible. A way to harness magic through science.
Magic. Science cannot control it. Own your mistakes before the council. Admit your work was dangerous. But speak nothing of magic.
Oh, that's cool. Is that Milo's face on there?
Maybe just don't take powder next time.
There it is. Jesus. Just like her sister. Wait, was that Timo on the game? It looked like him.
Hey guys, you should see that.
Oh. Wait, so these are the armored dudes that was at the beginning. Dude, I love the neon effects in this scene. Ooh. Damn, man. Oh, Echo.
Excellent choice, Councillor Medarda. Supreme challenge.
Just be careful. One of those might summon Pinhead.
This one.
That's a child's toy.
We need to help him. Caitlin's right. We've known Jace for years.
That's Caitlin? Okay.
We should hit them back. We've got the numbers to beat them.
Yeah, let's teach them what it means to mess with us.
You sure that's what you want?
Let's do it.
We crossed that bridge once before. We all know how that ended. This will blow over. We just need to stand together.
The Vander I knew, the one who built the underground, wouldn't be afraid to fight.
Do I look afraid?
No. You look weak.
Spill it, Echo.
Vander's gotta deal with the enforcers.
What deal? For your birthday, Counselor.
Oh, Mel, this is too kind.
I'm told it was built only for the sharpest of minds.
That's so funny, since it's like the guy that sold it to her was like, it's a kid's toy, and this guy's just like, ooh, thank you.
You are accused of illegal experimentation and endangering the citizens of Piltover. What do you have to say for yourself?
The materials were far more dangerous than I was aware of.
If you were a scientist, you'd know you can't make a prototype without breaking a few wrenches.
Do you have anything to show for your work besides an explosion?
It came to nothing.
So you're saying your study was meaningless?
It was revolutionary.
He's not going to keep his mouth shut.
If we condone this, what's ridiculous, really?
The council has more important.
I was trying to create magic.
Arcane talents are something you're born with. They can't be fabricated.
Actually, I believe it is possible.
Has anyone even tried it before?
The Arcane is the curse of our world. My race was nearly destroyed by it.
Surely we, the pioneers of science, can use it for good. Why fear it when we can master it?
Jace, enough. You don't understand what's at stake. I've seen this power in the wrong hands. It corrupts, consumes, lays waste to civilizations.
Piltover was founded to escape the warmongering of mages.
The ethos is clear. He must be banished from Piltover.
Oh.
Please let me speak. As a lower house, my voice doesn't carry much weight here. But as a mother, I have a voice that matters deeply.
Oh, she did lose those fingers.
My son isn't in his right mind.
Oh.
His entire life he's chased an impossible dream.
I can sympathize with a young man's dream to change the world. A lesser sentence may suffice. I move that Jace be summarily expelled from the academy. All those in favor? You may take your son home, Mrs. Tallis. But he is never to set foot on Academy grounds again.
That sucks.
First time I've been invited to the lanes. It better be worth my time.
You're looking for 4 children. The ones running circles round Piltover's finest. I'm about to make your day.
Hammer.
Jace, please.
I could have convinced the council. If my own family won't help me, I'll find someone who will.
His theory intrigues.
If dangerous ideas didn't excite the imagination, we would never wander astray.
Could it work?
It's far too unstable.
Could you stabilize it?
Me? Why would I? That only leads to more problems. Come tomorrow morning, his research will be safely disposed of. Lock up. No, no, no.
Curiosity's got the better of him. Man, dude, like these fish. Hell no. I'm okay.
Real power doesn't come to those who are born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. It comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
Oh, God.
Come inside, Caitlin. Now.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to explain.
I think you've done enough.
Turn the Undercity upside down if you have to. Just find them.
What can I get you?
4 sump rats will do.
Nice little alarm. They've got, like, warning mechanism.
You weren't always the peacekeeper, were you?
You can't escape the past, right? It'd be a shame if I had to put them on again. Cast irons, well, it's hard to clean.
Oh, no.
You're just a small man in a little hole the world forgot to bury.
And I'm gonna bury the lot of you.
You heard him. They won't stop. We need to fight back. And if you won't, I will. Why are we here? I grew up knowing I'm less than them. That my place is down there. I want Powder to have more than that, and I'm willing to fight for it.
I was angry, just like you. I led us across this bridge. If I hadn't, your parents would still be alive. I know you want to hurt the Topsiders for what they've done to us. But who are you willing to lose? Milo? Clagger? Powder? Nobody wins in war, Vi.
What are we gonna do?
Oh, was he about...
Another list with my name on it?
Actually, yes. But only because you signed your notes. Every page, I might add. A little egotistical.
I have an idea who he might be, but I'm not certain yet.
I want to help you complete your research.
I don't even know your name.
It's Victor.
Yes! Okay. Knew it.
You know, Powder, what makes you different makes you strong. Always remember that, okay?
It almost sounded like a goodbye. Oh, she took the capsule and called them down. She's gonna turn herself in. Damn. Young Caitlin. Man, that was another good episode, man. Holy shit. I love, and the expansion, like, we didn't change complete perspectives like I thought we were going to. I thought maybe we'd take a break from the sisters and maybe focus on Jace's plot, but seeing how it was weaving in, what he was doing, and how he's going to kind of inspire this movement against the fear of the arcane by trying to bring it back and harness it. Was that Rise in the beginning? Obviously, there was no voice to it, so the person's not going to be in the credits, but it was like a similar kind of porting ability like his ult does, like where he can transport people across locations. Had like the runes and the staff, but of course he was like pale and not blue. So I don't know, maybe it's not. But again, this is like kind of like a prequel, so maybe he hasn't quite changed all the way yet. At least that's just my thoughts. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just some random sorcerer. But I like the continuity to it, like the little details, like his mom having this frostbitten fingers, and then we cut to future, the present day, where she's actually got mechanical fingers replacing those prosthetics, and how we're seeing Vander try his damnedest to keep the peace, because he's at fault for everybody they lost, essentially, by rallying behind this call to arms and leading it, getting both of their parents killed. And now he sees Vi going down the same path that he had gone down initially and got all those people killed. So he's trying to prevent that, and he's trying to prevent Vi from having that blood on her hands, and as well as keeping her safe and alive. So I really like how they're approaching this, man. Victor, you know, finding intrigue and interest in Jace's work was fun. Seeing the council come together, a couple of the different like races and whatnot coming together on the and Heimerdinger, man. I really like his approach, his personality. Because again, like I said, when it comes to these characters, most of my knowledge of them and what they are like merely comes from how they play in the lanes and their idle stuff. So like, I don't really know their personality. So it's nice to kind of see them out there and getting about. So I'm curious to see, like, are we, I know, I at least assume, there's no assuming, it's in the trailers. We're going to get a time skip at one point or another, because we'll see Powder grown up as Jinx towards the end of this. What shape a lot of these other characters were being introduced to, like how far along in their stories are we going to see them progress? Because we met Caitlin as well, her parents, this relationship she's got to Jace, and that little bond that they have, and I'm curious to see her trajectory as well. And then what exactly this serum is going to do to Deckard. Part of me thinks, is this going to turn him into Mundo, or just some random experimental thing? I don't know. As his name's Deckard, if I remember right. But I don't know. I think his name is Silco, the underground dude with the eye, who's just kind of been lingering in the background, running these experiments, meeting with that guy from the top side and then doing these experiments. And I liked his little monologue about power, and it doesn't come to those who are fastest, strongest, or whatever, or smartest even, but those who will do anything to get it. I don't know. It just shows like his character in a nice little small monologue, and you can also see it in his action. So I'm kind of curious to see where that ends up connecting, because right now that seems to be the only thread that isn't connected to the other threads that we've seen so far, except that he tried to interject himself into the apprehension of these kids for some reason. Aside from that, it mostly seems to be this growing unrest in the Undercity and this rising interest in the Undercity because of this crime in Piltover to figure things out. So it's mostly between these two, and then we just have this third party floating around and has yet to really show its hand or play its cards yet. Again, the animation in this is gorgeous. When we saw the that magic being performed in the beginning, that was beautiful. That looked amazing. I loved it. There's just so much heart and character in this, like in these subtle moments, in these just minor, nuanced kind of ways that we're getting out of everything. And I like Vi kind of after this talk with Vander and knowing what's at stake, who's at stake, who she's wants to keep safe or risk or whatever. And like I think she's either led them away from everybody to try to fight them on her own, or she's turning herself in. It cut before we really got that answer, but I'm curious to see how that develops. But yeah, beautiful episode, another solid one. So guys, I want to know what you thought of the episode. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. You can also join our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. I got a bunch of different channels for all the different shows and movies that we talk about here on the channel. Links to that is in my description. If you want to see the full-length reaction, it's over on Patreon, or become a member here on the channel. Get you access to that as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Scher, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, and Jeffrey Hale. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and everybody who's been tuning into this series. And thank you guys. But anyway, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.